My point is that if you're going to get donuts and you skip out on blueberry donuts, there's actually no point in getting the donuts in the first place. All right, welcome back everyone to Kentucky Route Zero. I am sticking with route here. Kentucky Route Zero. I feel good about that. I feel confident. So when we last left off, I had just gotten done at the House of Marquez. I'm trying to get to the Zero, which I'm guessing is the actual route to deliver something. I don't think they've actually told me. And she can tell me, Marquez can actually tell me how to get to Zero, but first she wants me to meet up with her cousin. So we're going to go to continue acting. I'm going to need to read over the instructions. All right. Oh, wait. So I can actually go to the on-ramp. We're going to go... We're going to go to Shannon's workshop, though. All right, from Marquez Farm, which is where I am right now, up north a ways by the lake, right where Peonia and the Wax Road meet. It's a big bait and tackle shop, and she fixes TVs. And oh yeah, because we have to fix a TV that we brought to her from the dude at the gas station, whose name currently escapes me. Joseph? May have been Joseph. Can't remember. And I have a dog with a straw hat. It's great. Things are great. So I need to go up north, and it's by the lake. So we're just going to head north. Is that the lake, though? Is that a lake? Do I have a legend? All right, I'm going to come back down. I'm going to come back down. I don't know if this is the right way. I'm just going to kind of keep driving around here until something pops up. I don't think it's a guitar. There's a guitar player just hanging out right there. That is a notable point. All right, let's keep going up north. Let's head back here. That's got to be a river, right? Those are probably rivers. I got to see that guitar player at some point. It's not going to be right now, but I'm going to visit him sometime. I don't know. I don't know. Mammoth Cave Road. Mammoth Cave is actually a place in Kentucky. That's kind of cool. And they do have a museum. Well, I think it's a cave. I'm sure it's a museum too. I've never actually been there. If you couldn't tell. Searching. Cub Run. Bait shop. That is what we're looking for. Conway pulls into the bait shop parking lot. Vaulted above the road and a thin steel bar, a handwritten sign reads, "Live bait, minnows, small and also large for stripers, night crawlers, chips, and beer." A green flyer hangs loosely from a bit of masking tape at eye level. To the shop's right, a dirt parking lot sprawls unevenly into the grass, and then eventually trees. The bait shop is open. Now let's read that flyer. Conway reads the flyer. Computer-printed type in a bold font surrounds a clip art illustration of a TV set. The TV has eyes, arms, and legs. Its shoulders are slouched. On the screen is a cartoon expression of exhausted nausea. A hot water bottle rests against its wire antenna. TV repair. No model too old. Inquire within. We do not sell digital converter boxes. I remember when that was a thing. Is that still a thing? That may still be a thing. All right, we're going to go in. Conway enters the bait shop. Narrow aisles crowded with lures, reels, rods, and snacks divide the shop, lengthwise from the entrance to the cashier's counter. The left wall is lined with churning tanks of water. Let's look at the tanks. The 3 metal tanks aren't labeled, and the water is too agitated to get a clear view of what's inside each one. The contents of the first tank are vaguely gray. The second is a muddy pink. The third is clear, but shiny silver flecks occasionally flash around its surface. Oh, let's reach our hand in there. Conway's hand brushes against something roughly the size of his palm. Well, let's go deeper. Conway's hand comes into contact with a scaly, uneven surface. As he returns his fingers along the bottom, a bead of sweat bridges the inches from his temple to the water's surface. Something bites at his forearm. He recoils. Alright, why not reach into the second? Conway's fingers slip through something fleshy but inert. The sensation is nauseating. Oh, no, I want to go deeper. No, sorry. Didn't mean to do that. Did not mean to do that. As his elbow passes into the pinkish mass, he realizes he's about to be sick from the smell and pulls away. Alright. Third tank's a charm. The water seems to tremble with life. Conway can't tell if his hand is being nibbled by fish or massaged by the water. He can see something colorful glowing faintly at the bottom of the tank. Alright, let's find it. A tremor spreads from his elbow out to his fingertips and up to the base of his shoulder. His vision flickers. The water is running warm under his skin now, and he has the sensation that something is about to snap. His eyes close. What's happening? He lays on a rooftop, new shingles rough beneath his back, swelling in the noon sun. He is exhausted. They must have started before dawn. His legs are sore from holding stable on the uneven surface, his wrist from breaking old sealant, his fingers from carefully lifting shingles to hammer down new ones. His boss, Ira, yells from the idling truck below. He shades his eyes with his hand. A beer would be good. It's barely past noon, but he's worked a full day already. What could the harm be? Maybe a shot at the counter, just to get his eyes open. Then a beer. He could offer the drive into town for lunch and stop at that place on Cumberland. The cashier pushes Conway roughly on the shoulder. He's been talking, yelling maybe, but it's all an echo now. Conway looks up, his neck stiff with pain, his right palm still tingling. The cashier points to the tank, then above it to a few holes torn in the wall, nail holes from which an electric sign has come dislodged and fallen into the water. He helps Conway to his feet, looks at him pitifully, and returns to the cash register. So literally an electric sign fell into the fish tank and electrocuted me, and I hallucinated. I'm assuming I used to work on a roof. That was so weird. Alright, so nothing good came from reaching in any of those tanks. And that guy also, I mean, he was helpful, but he wasn't too helpful. I figure, like, a sign in your shop just fell on me. Something should be said. Let's approach the counter. Let's see what's up with this guy. A wiry cashier stands beneath the register, preoccupied with a Sudoku puzzle. Alright, let's ask about that basketball game. We're in Kentucky, right? That's what people talk about. The cashier switches on the radio. An AM sports broadcast is playing, but Conway can't be sure if it's meant to answer or to drown out his questions. Alright. Well, let's ask about old Shannon. A handwritten sign on the door behind the counter reads, TV repairs by appointment. Please consult with cashier, which is what we're doing. The cashier knocks a few times on the door and waits, occasionally glancing at his puzzle. After a few moments with no answer, he notices a smaller note written on the sign, reads it, then points it out to Conway. Alright, what does it say? Weaver, I got your message. Have left for the old mine. Don't know if I will see you there or what. Ready either way. Shannon. Well, okay, so in true video game fashion, the person I need is not here, and I have to go on. I'm assuming I need to go down into these mines to find Shannon, so she'll fix my TV to get back to Marquez. So I just need to make a delivery. So I guess I leave the shop, right? So I need to find this mine. Man, that was so weird, that sign falling down into the water. So we're gonna drive away. So I need to see if the mine... Does the mine show... What are in the notes? Anything? Alright, back to you. So I'm guessing the mine has to be close by, right? Alright, we're gonna... I just kind of want to drive around. Let's see this guitar player. I've passed him enough times. A young man in gray-stained clothes sits by the side of the road. He is playing a worn guitar. To his left is a blue mug, and to his right, a weathered dog. Oh, we gotta pet the dog. The dog closes its eyes and pretends to be asleep. Why does it pretend? The young man strums absently on the guitar, hums tunelessly, and occasionally mumbles a word. Yeah, I'll give you $1. The young man stops playing, pulls the wet dollar bill out of his whiskey, and hands it back to Conway. Of course, he's in Kentucky. He's drinking whiskey. Well, I feel like a jerk. So let's... On-ramp? Hey, it looks like a mine. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, Elkhorn Valley. So what I really like about this game so far, it's very text heavy, as you've seen. I've done a lot of reading, and I like doing that. I've seen videos that do kind of both ways, where if there's a lot of text, the person doing the video just kind of stays silent and lets the viewer read. But I enjoy hearing people read. In fact, I think that I'm a writer, and I don't mean that in any kind of like prideful way or whatever, but I have a master's degree in writing, and I like to do it frequently. And I'm of the mind that anyone who writes should be able to read aloud well. I've heard fantastic writers read excellent pieces of their own work, very rushed, looking at the paper and reading quickly and monotone, and it can make the best piece of work sound really bad. So I think writers, really anyone, but writers especially, need to be able to read aloud well. And I'm not saying that I do, but it is something I practice. And Kentucky Route Zero is really neat because it reminds me of what I do to practice. So I'm a big H.P. Lovecraft fan, and I typically go to his works to read out loud. Because he uses a lot of adjectives and adverbs, and his sentences are very long and they're complex, and he uses large words. And I'd end up stumbling through it more than anything. But it's really, I feel like it's a good exercise for me. And I try to do that at least a few times a week. But it's a great exercise to really work on reading those long sentences, learning where to take breaths, learning where to inflect. And so there, with all the text here, and there's that just little bit of weirdness. If you haven't read H.P. Lovecraft, his work, his genre, I guess, could best be defined as weird fiction, where there's supernatural stuff and otherworldly cosmo out there. It's all very strange and weird. Are just the best ways to describe it. And I kind of get that vibe here. I'm not necessarily saying a Lovecraftian vibe, but just that strangeness of being out here. So anyway, that was a complete tangent. But all I'd say is I really like this, and I really want to work on my reading as we go. So bear with me. I'd love to find that voice that really fits with this. And we're going to start by talking to the dog, because I see that I can talk to him again. And I really want to ask him about his straw hat. Conway brushes some dirt off the dog's hat. Let's see how he's doing. Huh? Not sure what the lady was right about the on-ramp to the Zero being out here. Oh, yeah, that was the instructions she gave me, and I stumbled upon it. Okay, so she gave me directions to this mine where her cousin, I believe, is currently. But yeah, let's talk about that. What's on it? Been digging the license flyers. Did you pick up? Yeah, where'd you get that? Don't you ever tired of nosing around strange? Only picking up strange. Yeah, I'm sure the dog likes it out here. The dog is not talkative, as you would expect a dog to be. Let's see if I can just look at him. Yeah. All right. So let's. Can we go in the mine? Yeah, there we go. There's an entrance. So. Excuse me, I need a TV repaired. I heard you were the one to come to... Hey, there we go. There's, I think, yeah, Shannon speaks into the large brick cell phone held up to her ear. Oh, so now I'm controlling Shannon? Something is an emergency. Alright. I guess he can't kick it out of me for another week or two. But can I trust him not to just change the locks? We're going to agree with this person. Yes, and I'd appreciate that, but okay, you're right. All right. Well, we're gonna show appreciation because that tends to work out better with people. Talk to you tomorrow. Ooh, okay. She's talking to someone she. Oh no, we're gonna be nice. We're gonna be nice. Old Conway. Wonder how old Conway is. He looks a little older. I think he's got a gray beard there. It's hard to tell. Let's talk to this stranger. I think that sign says no work tomorrow. Maybe this is an abandoned mine. So why is Shannon in it? Excuse me, ma'am. I saw the light and was on. I saw the light was on, and I'm looking for the on-ramp to. Are you here to kick me off the property? Let's go with the ghost option. Sounds a little more interesting. Well, let's see. I do believe in a place can be haunted, if that's what you mean. What about a person? Can a person be haunted? No, that's not what I mean. Let's ask about a person. Sure, I guess a person could. Sometimes I feel haunted myself. So deep. What haunts you? Bad decisions, I guess. Wasted youth. Ha! Well, look. Here's what it is. I drive deliveries for a shop called Lysette's Antiques, and I'm out trying to finish this job. You're making a delivery to the mine? What kind of stuff are you? Yeah, that's a good question. Oh, no. I have a delivery for 5 Dogwood Drive, and I can't remember ever seeing that address before. Now, I heard I need to take a highway called the Zero. So I met this young lady, name of Weaver Marquez, and she sent me this way, and so here I am. Uncommon kind of place for an on-ramp, but that's what it's been. That's what it's been like so far anyway with... What? Weaver Marquez, do you know her? The Zero, is that her? Okay, well, let's just go with the Zero. Let's see if I can find that out. I've never heard of the damned Zero. That doesn't sound like a real highway. But I know Weaver. I've known her all my life. She's my cousin. I'm Shannon Marquez. Okay, we just talked about ghosts, and there was that weird moment with Weaver where I looked at the TV and then she disappeared when I came back. And there's past tense switching to Alright, let's just... Weaver doesn't lie. One time when we were younger, she told me my dad had been in a terrible car wreck. There was crushed metal everywhere, and we'd been hearing it echo through the house for years, she said. I was very upset, cried, and then my dad walked in the door, just come back from a trip to the junkyard collecting scrap metal to fashion the wind chimes. So, Weaver doesn't lie, but she said he was in a car wreck and he just walks in. I was angry, but she said it wasn't a joke, and it wasn't a lie. At the time, I thought she meant it as a riddle or a puzzle. But Weaver's not a puzzle. She's a mystery. So maybe the Zero is down there somewhere. So what are you... let's go back to Shannon. I talked to Weaver earlier this evening, too. Or, anyway, she talked to me. It's hard to tell if she's listening sometimes. Weaver told me I had to come down here to the old Elkhorn mine. She said I'd find something I've been looking for. Let's see. Yeah, what are you looking for? I'm not exactly sure. I have a few ideas. I'll know it when I see it. It's not such a bad thing, you showing up now. All told, I'd rather not go down there alone. Your dog should stay up here, though. It's no place for a dog. This is an old mine. It runs pretty deep and tangled. If we're going to go down into it, find your on-ramp and whatever else. We've got to keep our bearings. I don't want to get turned around. I've got some gear here to measure conductivity, frequency response, stuff like that. Maybe we can find a way to put a lot of Maybe we can find a way to put a signal out ahead and some analysis and figure out what kind of topology we're up against. Yeah, I don't really know what that means, so... Topology, that's the science of continuous space, my friend. The way this twisty maze of passages fits together. Alright. Alright, Shannon, I don't know you, but let's go into a mine. Mr. Pooch, with the cool straw hat, you stay here. Being awesome. No, no, no. Don't follow me. Do not. Stay. Can I? Stay? Alright, hang on. Hang on. Can I tell the dog to stay? I can't. Shannon, I can't control this. Okay. No. Is he going to stay? He's going to stay. Okay, we're good. This is so cool. That runs into the mine's PA system. Do you think it still works? Yeah, let's see. All right, give it a whirl. Conway into the PA. Is anybody down there? Well, let's see if anybody's down there. That's something I'd like to know. Nothing. So maybe I need to turn on the power? Yeah, oh, there's no power. Yeah, okay. Even when this old mine was up and running, it was tricky to keep stuff powered. You know, the miners used to have to pay just to run the fans and lights. Yeah, they got paid in these shitty plastic tokens, coal scrip, you know. And if you want to run the fans for a bit to clear the air up, well, you'd have to put a token in. That sounds terrible. My parents used to work here. So did Weaver's parents. I guess a lot of us folks' parents worked here. There are a lot of mines in Kentucky. Yeah, let's see if we can power this up. I bet we just have to free up some power for the PA system. Everything is rationed. Here, set up that lamp of yours, and I'll go unplug these ceiling lights. I feel like my life is just me trying to think of something clever to say, so we're going to do that. I heard the speakers back here crackle a bit. It's on now, right? Try saying something into the mouthpiece. Well, okay, I hear you. Cool. We need to measure the echo delay time and figure out how deep the tunnels run. Just make some noises into the mouthpiece. We're going to clear the throat. Oh, yeah, let's get that deep tone going. Spits, whistles, blows. Let's whistle. Damn, that's a long delay. These tunnels run deep. I bet some of them have ruptured or joined up with a cave system. Alright, I set up my spectrum analyzer, so just say something into the mouthpiece and we can get a sense for how narrow the mine tunnels are. Don't be shy. Just say anything that comes into your head. Tell me a story about something, or what did you have for breakfast today? Yeah, he did used to work on roofs. Let's tell a story. My boss got a real big job out in Louisville. Let's do that. Should have taken us an hour to get out there. Seemed like a big project, but it was doable. Oh, he was talking about beer. Well, that is quite the sad story. Got it. Looks like the tunnels are pretty cramped. Yeah, low ceilings. Hope you're ready to stoop a bit. You're probably used to it. Is that a... Yeah, my stature is kind of hunched. One more test. We just need to know if the air is breathable. That's important. Or if it's too thin or too dense. Just sit real close to the mouthpiece and breathe. I'll measure the resonance of your breath with the air in the tunnels. Just try to relax. Try to breathe naturally. Let's think about resting. That seems good. Let's remember when he was younger. Today's been kind of weird. Getting some pretty strong readings here. I think we're in good shape, but keep at it for a minute. We're going to visualize that cold drink. Conway breathes and relaxes as a peal of feedback and loose rock engulfs him. That is is the mine collapsing? What is happening? Did I die? Ooh, okay. Scene 4. We're still in the Elkhorn mine. What happened? Conway, Shannon. Jesus, are you alright? What the hell? Oh, if my leg's stuck, I need to tell her. Okay, I'm going to pull you out. We have to get you out of here. There you go. Okay, are you hurt? Can you put any weight on that leg? I don't know. I want it to be fine, so maybe if I pick it's fine, it will be. Just try to stand up. Careful, I'm right here. Damn, don't worry, I've got you. That leg is in bad shape. Here, let's get you onto the tram. There you go. Now let's see if this thing has power. Well, okay, there's some luck, right? We should be able to ride this tram right out into the auxiliary exits, if there are any. I think there are. Let's talk about Weaver. We'll just find the exit, then figure out what to do from there. That's our first priority. I appreciate that, Shannon. So, the controls are over on your side. Let's get moving. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. So, not in the best of shape, but we have met Shannon. She seems really nice, and we're going to try to get out. Hopefully the leg's not damaged beyond repair too much, but I continue to really enjoy this game. As I talked before, I enjoy the writing in it. And there's just that little sense of weirdness that goes along, and of course the Kentucky culture, which I love. So in the next video, we will see if we can find the exit to this mine, see if I can get Shannon to repair this TV so I can get it back to Weaver and just figure out what this whole mystery is about. So thank you for watching.